They've dominated the big screen, but what they've built behind the scenes is even more jaw-dropping. These aren't just actors, they're empires in motion. From tequila brands to luxury hotels, these stars have quietly turned fame into fortune. And some of them, they're wealthier than entire movie studios. So who sits at the very top? Let's count down the top 10 richest Hollywood actors in 2025. And trust me, you'll never guess who's number one. Number 10, Jackie Chan, $557 million. He's the man who once broke nearly every bone in his body just to get the perfect stunt shot. But today, Jackie Chan isn't just a martial arts icon, he's a global business mogul sitting on over $500 million. Jackie's wealth doesn't just come from Hollywood. In fact, most of it doesn't. He's built an empire in Asia, with ownership in cinemas, fitness brands, clothing lines, and even his own movie production companies. He doesn't just act, he produces, directs, and controls where and how his films are shown. Add to that massive endorsement deals across China, and you've got one of the most internationally bankable names in the business. And despite stepping back from Hollywood lately, his fortune keeps growing. With rumors of a major global action reboot, Jackie might be gearing up for one more billion-dollar play. But if you think that's impressive, wait till you see who's just ahead of him. Number 9, Tom Hanks, $572 million. He's America's dad, but behind that warm smile is a financial genius. Tom Hanks has quietly amassed a $572 million fortune, not by chasing blockbusters, but by betting big on stories that last. Films like Forrest Gump, Castaway, and Saving Private Ryan didn't just bring in awards, they brought in back-end profits. And Tom negotiated wisely. He's known for taking smaller upfront salaries in exchange for back-end deals. And when the films go global, those deals turn into gold. Beyond acting, Tom co-founded Playtone Productions, which has a stake in numerous award-winning projects. He's also invested heavily in real estate, owning multiple properties in California and Idaho. He stays out of drama, never flashy, always consistent. And that's exactly why his fortune keeps growing. But next on the list is someone whose wealth exploded thanks to art, real estate, and some legendary roles. Number 8, Jack Nicholson, $590 million. He hasn't been on screen in over a decade, but Jack Nicholson is still earning like a star. With a net worth of $590 million, his career wasn't just about acting, it was about owning the game. Jack made savvy back-end deals on films like Batman 1989, where he earned tens of millions from profits instead of salary. And when he wasn't filming, he was collecting art. Seriously, his private art collection alone is estimated to be worth over $100 million. Combine that with a massive real estate portfolio in Los Angeles, and you've got a quiet fortune that's still growing. Nicholson may be retired, but the money never stopped. In fact, it's said that his passive income rivals that of some current A-listers. Speaking of current stars, the next one turned heartbreak into power, and then into hundreds of millions. Number 7, Brad Pitt, $594 million. He's not just the guy from Fight Club or Troy. Brad Pitt is a producer, investor, and quiet titan of Hollywood business. With $594 million to his name, he's turned charisma into control. Brad's production company, Plan B Entertainment, has produced hits like 12 Years a Slave, The Big Short, and Moonlight. These films didn't just win Oscars, they brought in serious back-end revenue. Brad earns even when he's not on screen. He also owns multiple properties across the US and has invested in sustainable housing and wineries. And after his high-profile split with Angelina Jolie, he doubled down on work, launching new ventures and locking in fresh deals. But what's more surprising is who's just ahead of him. An actor whose fortune is built on sushi, suits, and one legendary temper. Number 6, Robert De Niro, $735 million. He may play gangsters on screen, but off-screen, Robert De Niro is a hospitality kingpin. Worth over $735 million, he's co-founder of the Nobu Hotel and Restaurant Empire, a global brand that's exploded across continents. His acting resume speaks for itself: Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, The Irishman, but it's the business moves that made him rich. De Niro took the money he earned from decades in Hollywood and invested it into high-end restaurants, luxury hotels, and smart real estate. Despite facing some legal and divorce-related battles in recent years, his business portfolio remains rock solid, and with new film projects constantly in motion, he's showing no signs of slowing down. But while De Niro built a dining empire, the next man cashed out on tequila, and it paid off big. Number 5, George Clooney, $742.8 million. He walked away from acting, straight into a billion-dollar business deal. George Clooney co-founded Casamigos Tequila with friends, a side hustle that turned into a global sensation. When it sold for up to $1 billion, Clooney's cut alone reshaped his entire net worth. Now sitting at $742.8 million, Clooney still produces films and appears occasionally on screen, but the bulk of his fortune came from thinking outside Hollywood. He's also invested in real estate, owns homes in Lake Como, LA and the UK, and continues to sign major endorsement deals. He's proof that one good idea can change everything, especially when you're already famous. But Clooney's charm is no match for the next man's worldwide fame. Number 4. Keanu Reeves, $610 million. He might be one of the most humble stars in Hollywood, but Keanu Reeves has built a quiet fortune worth over $610 million. And most people have no idea just how powerful his business moves have been. Keanu earned tens of millions from the Matrix and John Wick franchises, not just through acting, but from back-end deals that gave him a cut of the profits. In fact, his Matrix earnings alone reportedly pushed him past $100 million per film. But he didn't stop there. Keanu co-founded Arch Motorcycle, a high-end custom bike company, and launched his own publishing house to support underrepresented writers. He's also invested in film production and tech ventures behind the scenes, all while maintaining a reputation as one of the most generous actors in the industry. He gives away a big chunk of his earnings, supports entire film crews with bonuses, and keeps an incredibly low profile, which might be why most people don't realize just how wealthy he really is. And yet, even with his quiet billions in the making, the top 3 names on this list are in a league of their own. Number 3, Tom Cruise, $891 million. For decades, Tom Cruise has risked life and limb for the perfect shot, and the payout has been massive. With nearly $900 million to his name, he's one of the most successful actors in box office history. Cruise doesn't just act in movies, he produces them. His deals often include a percentage of profits, which means when Top Gun Maverick made over $1.4 billion, Tom took home tens of millions. He's known for his intensity, perfectionism, and total control over his brand. And it works. His upcoming Mission Impossible films are expected to push him even closer to billionaire status. But speaking of billionaires. Number 2, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, $1.19 billion. He started as a wrestler with $7 in his pocket. Now, Dwayne Johnson is a full-blown business empire worth over $1.19 billion. Movies, of course, are a big part of it, but the real secret is his businesses. Terramana Tequila, Zoa Energy, his $7 production company, all growing, all printing money. He's a master of branding, dominating everything from social media to fitness gear. He's also one of the highest paid actors in the world, regularly commanding $20 to $30 million per film. And with new business ventures launching every year, it's likely The Rock will keep climbing, maybe even to number 1. But there's still one man ahead of him. Number 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger, $1.49 billion. Yes, the Terminator is also the richest actor on the planet. With a staggering $1.49 billion fortune, Arnold Schwarzenegger has done it all. Action hero, governor, real estate mogul, fitness icon. His real estate empire is worth hundreds of millions alone, built quietly while he was still acting. Add to that his investments in global businesses, brand endorsements, fitness ventures, and speaking fees, and the result is mind-blowing. Even in his 70s, Arnold continues to expand his influence, both in Hollywood and beyond. And unlike most, his fortune didn't come from one big deal. It came from decades of discipline, smart investing, and relentless reinvention. From Mr. Olympia to Hollywood legend to billionaire businessman, no one else comes close. And that's it, the 10 richest Hollywood actors in 2025. But here's the real question. With new media, streaming, and global markets growing fast, who's going to be next? Could Ryan Reynolds crack the list? Will The Rock take number 1? Or will a complete outsider surprise everyone? Let us know who you think will rise to the top.